Hey guys, Rick Shaw here. Got my new shirt on I got from the store the other day, and I said Faye had got me that Rustler vest that's nice and warm. I actually had that on. I had to take it off last night because I started heating up too much. Real nice one. But I forgot to tell you when we were at that Ollie store yesterday, we bought a bunch of games. They got games there, board games, for anywhere from $6 to $9. And we picked up a chess and checkers. It's a glass board with like glass pieces, which is real nice, and it's checkers also. And then we got a Monopoly, but it's a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Monopoly. So instead of money, you get pieces of pizza, is what you use for money. So that was kind of cool. And we got a bingo game. It's got a little spinning basket, and when it goes around, it drops a ball into a little thingy, and it comes out. So we were playing bingo last night, and then of course we got Parcheesi and we got Solitaire, and we had the Uno. My daughter had bought us the Uno, and I'm going to go back uh, next month, and I'm going to pick up some more games because we had a blast last night. We were playing until late. It was till about 11 o'clock because the kids didn't have school, so we were playing. They liked the bingo. Yeah, they had a lot of fun doing that. So we had a pretty good evening, and they love playing Uno. That's a good one. And having these games here, we got a uh, over by the dumpster a month or so ago, maybe 2 months. We found a real nice coffee table, and this young fellow over there named Mason. Maddie and I were trying to get it home, and this thing was just too heavy. It's very heavy made. And this guy says, "Hey, let me help you." And he put it in his car and he brought it over here. Well, I didn't want to pester him to help me carry it upstairs, so we put it outside. Well, the other day, Faye and Dorothy and myself, we brought it upstairs, and it's got like a bottom that keeps it off the floor, so we keep all our games in there, and so that's pretty good. And the kids got something to eat off of now too, instead of they sit on the floor a lot and they eat. So that was pretty cool. We we had uh, we had pretty good times playing the games. I enjoy it, and we'll probably play some more Monopoly tonight. I just was pretty tired today. Uh, I didn't really do anything. Faye went to church, and I just kind of bumbled around home here and just not doing anything. And I'm just beat. I'm just real tired. I laid down and took a couple-hour nap this afternoon. Kids were being in there being real good. Maddie's riding that hoverboard. He can go full speed around the apartment and spin around, and he's letting his sister use it. Now she's to the point where she can't go full speed, but she can drive it around. So Mumu hasn't tried it yet, but I get a kick out of them on that hoverboard. I got him yesterday. I said he kept not wanting to charge it fully and then ride it, so it wasn't lasting. And when he went to bed last night, went to bed at about 11, and when I got up at 2:30 to take a pee, I went out and looked. It was still charging. And then when I got up at 4 o'clock, it was still charging. And then I think I got up about 5:30, and it was green. It was done charging. But he ran the thing all day today. He went up to the mailbox twice, and Dorothy and him were riding it all around the apartment. And I was really surprised how long the battery lasted. So they're having a lot of fun on it, and I like that they're little and they picked up on it, how to do it real quickly. Me, it'd probably take me a week to figure out how to ride that thing without falling down, but they got it. They got the hang of that thing real good. So I was pretty happy about that. I got a doctor's appointment tomorrow, late in the afternoon. I had one day before yesterday, and they didn't pick me up, and my phone was screwing up, and I couldn't dial out to call them to say, hey, you didn't send me a ride. And then the other thing that happened to the phone, I couldn't delete any emails. All my emails, on the one account, I get 200-300 emails in a day. And I couldn't delete them. You go to delete them and they would just pop right back. So today I got a hold of a tech support chat, and told them what was happening, and they said, "Oh, go over here, and you gotta take this number. We're gonna send you and punch it in." And I had to change a bunch of stuff on it, and now I deleted 500-600 emails because I get a lot of junk in the one account. And like a dummy, I had my insurance cards come to that account, so you got to find them. They were in there somewhere, but I got them back, and I took snapshots of them. We have to go down to Walmart or somewhere and print the new ones out. I've got the ones from Progressive in the car already, and those are going to be good until the 17th of March. And then when the new insurance comes in, I gotta have the paperwork. They said they'll be sending it to me, and I hope that's the case. I hope we get it. But the Progressive, I told them I wanted to cancel that on the 17th of March, and she said, "Oh, I'll mail you the thing, and it's right around here. It's real close. So I should have had it already, and I don't have it yet. So I'm gonna have to call them, excuse me, tomorrow, and say, hey, where's this paperwork?" Because they want you to sign that you're doing it, because they had it set up at the dealer for automatic payment, and I don't want them taking 2 insurances out of my account. And this new insurance that I have for $47, it's so much cheaper than the 132. So I'm pretty happy with the low price. The car was running great. Maddie and I, we had to go back to Ollie's because they gave us a hoverboard that wouldn't take the charge and it wouldn't run, so we had to take it back. And on our way home, we got the car washed. I got that car wash deal, but I can get unlimited throughout the month. If I want to go every day and get a car wash, I can, and it's not too far. It's in our old neighborhood, and they use the fresh water. So we went and got the car washed. It looks good. The roads dried up, so we didn't have a lot of slush and mud or anything. But excuse me. The thing that really gets me, though, over here where we live, the taxes are pretty high. We were talking to our friends. They pay $3,000, and they just got a little small house, and they were saying their neighbors pay almost $6,000 in taxes. And the road back there going to these houses, the roads are so stinking bad, full of potholes, and we go down that road. I told Faye I don't want to go that way. I'm going to go out and around, and you just can't ride on it. You got to get way over to the middle. If there's oncoming cars, you got to stop because these potholes are deep, and I just can't understand how they collect so much in property taxes and they leave the roads crappy. I mean, some of these roads over here are just absolutely horrible. Now, the road we live on, they just fixed it up. All last summer it was closed. You couldn't get through, and they fixed it real nice. But it's the salt. They dump salt down, and it just ruins the roads. That keeps the water down in there, and then when the salt runs off, it freezes and breaks up big pieces. And it's a shame that way. I know when I was in Illinois, they were using calcium on the roads, and the roads weren't as bad as here. Here, the roads just get tore up. The asphalt it's terrible. But we're buzzing around. It's really nice to have the car, and we just love it. We are able to get out now. We don't have to rely on anyone else. And if we want to go and do something, like we got Faye for her birthday, she wanted a guitar. I had bought her one before, and she left it in the Philippines. And a guitar, when you bring a musical instrument, that doesn't count to your weight or anything. You just take it with you in there and give it to the stewardess, and they'll put it somewhere for you. And then when you get off the plane, they'll give it back to you. So musical instruments, you can travel with them, and they don't give you a hard time. And but she left it, so we went out and picked her out a real nice one. We got a book with like 106 songs in it, and I got her one of those tuners, You know, so hi, handsome. Say hello.
Hello.
How you doing, beautiful boy? Yeah. So, so she was in there yesterday practicing with it, and the cool thing, something I thought that was really cool. This real tall fella at the store, he's one of the instructors, and there was no salesman. The place was very busy at the Guitar Center. A lot of people in there, and it was kind of loud because a lot of people were playing electric guitar with the amps and stuff. And so he came over to help us out, and when he recommended that she pick out one that she thinks is pretty, that she really likes. So we got her a nice Fender, and a Fender guitar, smaller one. It's not as big as the one I got her before. And she likes it. She thinks it's really good looking. So she got home, she was playing it. But this dude, while we were waiting at the checkout, he tuned it. He just started plucking the strings and turning the dial. And I don't know how to do that. I'm tone deaf. And he went ahead and did that. Well, when I got home, I put that tuner on there. That guy had them strings perfect. It's got like a little thingy that goes like this, and when it's in the center, the green light comes on. That means that's the proper key. And I was just amazed. This dude, he was one of the instructors down there, so he's got to be good. But I was kind of amazed that he had all those strings tuned perfectly. So that was kind of neat. And when she got home, she went right in the bedroom, and she was playing that for a couple hours. We didn't get the nylon strings. He said that's easier on the fingers, but we got one with steel strings on it. Beautiful, beautiful little guitar. It's got a nice rich tone to it. For being smaller, it's not a full size guitar. She didn't want a real big one, and it was like $150. I think the book was expensive, but it's all She was going through all the books. They had 50 different books in there, and she was looking for certain songs like Scorpions and music she likes, and we found the exact book she wanted. It had a whole bunch of tunes that she likes, so some of her karaoke tunes. So that was pretty cool, and it's a pretty thick book. It's about that thick, and it tells you where to put your fingers, and it tells you what keys they are and what chords you got to use. So it kind of gives you a little instruction in the book. So pretty happy, and she was real happy with it. She just loves it, and I'm glad we were able to get both of them because they both got birthdays. Her birthday's the 13th, and Maddie's is the 19th, and he loves that hoverboard. He's been riding that thing all over the place. He rides it around the apartment, and he's not playing so much on his little game because he's riding around on his hoverboard, and he can spin in circles and turn it on a dime and do all kinds of stuff. So it's a good gift for him. It was over what I wanted to spend on him for his birthday, but he really wanted it, and I was like, yeah, okay, I can get that for you. We'll just have to watch. We still have car registration we have to buy yet. I still have a little bit of money. I still got some money for groceries, a couple $100 for that, and I got the money for the car registration, which will be coming up. As soon as it comes in the mail, I'm going to run over to Strongsville and buy. Maybe you can buy here in this state. You don't have to buy it just for 1 year. You can buy it for 2 years. You can buy it for 5 years if you want. Like on my motorcycle, this time I didn't do it for 1 year because 1 year happened too quick. So I bought it for 2 years. So that was $110. I don't know what it is for the car, but I'd like to buy it for a couple years instead of, because a year goes by super fast. It just goes by too quick to do all that. So, and I got the insurance is coming out automatic. I don't have to worry about that. And they said they're going to send me the insurance cards in the mail. I'll keep them up in the visor. I got the registration in the car already in the visor, in case if we get stopped for any reason. Because right now, all we have is in the back window. We got a little taped on license plate. So it'd be nice to have plates on this thing, and the cops aren't going to look at you real funny looking for a plate and there isn't one. So, but great car. We're loving everything about it. I have an owner's manual coming. I got on eBay, and I was looking, and some of these places were 65, 75 bucks for the owner's manual. And then I just kept looking. I kept scrolling, and I found one for $25, and it was the 2015 book plus a Chilton's manual for 25 bucks. And I thought, oh, cool. Well, then it said or best offer, and I could see on there it was there for like 8 or 9 months, quite a long time that it had been on there. So I said 20 bucks, and it came back within 10 minutes, accepted. And they shipped it out. I should have it. It says the delivery track says I'll have it on Thursday, so I'm really looking forward to having that book, because Maddie and I were in the car yesterday, and he's like, "Dad, what's this dial for?" There's a dial on the dashboard. I have no idea what it's for. I do not know. There's a couple dials still. I don't know what they are. So having the book to tell me what these are for, that's going to be really good. The one button I push, if you push it, it lights up all 4 tire indicators. So I don't know what that is, but it doesn't tell you what the pressure are. You have to go over to the other side and scroll down through that, and that'll tell you what the pressure is in each tire. So I don't know what that button is. Maybe it's an air pump. I don't know. I have no idea what it is. So I have to have the book to find out. And when I get the book, I'm just going to sit down in the room, and I'll read that dang thing cover to cover. But it only takes 4 quarts of oil. I saw that. I looked that up online. And right now, it says the oil is at 96%. It just had a change. The transmission fluid is at 98%. That was changed also. And all the fluids in it are new. The radiator was at 78% or something like that. It doesn't have the 100,000 mile radiator fluid. It's got the regular green stuff in there, because I went ahead and looked. But it's beautiful, bright, clean looking. So it doesn't look like I'm going to have to do anything to maintenance for a while, for quite a while. So, but I'll use synthetic oil in it, when I go to do it. I have some here. I have synthetic for the motorcycle, and then I have it takes regular 1030 oil, and I have 5 quarts of that here already. I had bought it a while back, because we were, I was thinking of really getting that Crown, what was it? Not Crown Victoria. I was going to get that Mercury Marquis, but then it was for sale so long, and then it had this weird noise, and it was a chassis noise. I couldn't get underneath to look because it was sitting kind of low, and I was thinking maybe the frame was rusted through somewhere, because you couldn't tell where the noise. It was either it would come from the front, and then it would sound like it was in the back, and then it sounded like it was over here, and I couldn't put my finger on it, but I did not like the sound. And I had looked at one last year, and when I crawled underneath, I showed the guy. I says, "Hey, buddy, look at this." And there was a big piece right by where your left foot goes on the driver's seat, where the frame was just gone. It was just completely rusted away, and the guy's like, "Oh man, I did not know that." And he took it off the market. He said, "I'm not going to sell it like that." He said, "I'm going to take it up and see if it can be repaired." But the car was in super good shape, but the frame, the salt got in there. Now, when I bought the car wash thing, I got the undercarriage spray. So when you're driving through, it's spraying water from the bottom and washes all that crap out. And they don't recycle the water. They use new fresh water. That's one of their advertising things on the board. So I'm glad we got that. And it got a lot of gook out of there. It's a beautiful car, and I don't want the dang thing rusting out. And but here you got all this salt on the roads, and cars rot here. I can't believe you see cars that are only a few years old with big holes in them already here. Because they don't only throw the salt down, they throw cinders down. So that chips off any wax or anything you got on your frame and brings it down to bare metal, so the salt can eat a nice hole in it. And you wouldn't believe some of these cars in the parking lot here that are only 5, 6, 7 years old, big holes in them. Especially the worst ones I've seen are the Chrysler minivans. Man, there's 3 or 4 of them in here that are just completely rotted out. Big holes everywhere in them. I don't know if it's bad steel they use or what it is with those, but boy, those things really rot out quick. And that one that I was looking at, if you look on the rear tail light, it'll tell you what year it is. And this thing was a 2016. So 9-year-old car, and it had holes you could put your hand in. You know, you could stick your foot in there. It had such big holes. And that's a shame that you get a car and they just rot like that. But I see the Ford pickups are making the beds out of aluminum. I wonder how they're going to hold up down the road. I don't know how that corrodes. Excuse me. But that's about it I got for you today. I'm just taking it easy today, not doing too much. And Faye, she's just chilling. She went to church today and came home. I think she's in there playing her guitar. She just plays it real softly. So that's pretty cool. So I'm going to go ahead and let you go. And this is Rick Shaw out.